Episode 4, the 1412 Wrestling. Opening performance. The camera pans across the packed arena, the air thick with excitement and anticipation. The arena is decorated with thousands of VHS tapes hanging from the ceiling, casting flickering shadows. Vintage CRT televisions are scattered around, playing old commercials and adding to the nostalgic atmosphere. The lights dim, and the crowd's murmur crescendos into a roar as the iconic grunge band Soundgarden takes the stage. The opening chords of Black Hole Sun reverberate through the arena, and the spotlight focuses on Chris Cornell as he begins to sing. The crowd is bathed in the glow of the stage lights, swaying and singing along to the haunting melody. The camera captures close-ups of the band members, lost in their performance, as well as wide shots of the audience, completely absorbed by the music. The combination of the nostalgic decor and the powerful performance creates a mesmerizing start to the show. As the song reaches its climax, the lights flash in sync with the music, creating a visually stunning spectacle. The performance ends with a final, powerful chord, and the crowd erupts into applause and cheers, their excitement setting the tone for the rest of the evening. Segment 1, Backstage Strategy Session. The camera transitions from the electrifying performance to the backstage area, where the atmosphere is tense and focused. The scene opens with Iron Sheik and Scott Steiner standing near a dimly lit corner, with Steiner's pack of rabid tigers prowling restlessly nearby. The sound of water splashing can be heard faintly in the background, indicating Magikarp's presence. "Look at these jabronis, Sheik. They're all trash," especially Bars. "Can't even handle boiled eggs and chocolate ice cream. What a joke." Iron Sheik chuckles, shaking his head in amusement. He flexes his muscles, looking every bit the seasoned wrestler he is. "You know, Steiner, Bars is nothing but a jabroni. He thinks he's tough, but he's got the taste buds of a child. Boiled eggs and chocolate ice cream? Come on! What's next? He's afraid of frosted cookies, too." They both laugh, their voices echoing through the backstage area. The tigers growl and prowl, adding an undercurrent of menace to the conversation. "Exactly. We'll show everyone what real champions look like. Bars and the rest of those clowns won't know what hit them." The camera shifts slightly to reveal a small pool in the background where Magikarp is splashing around, completely oblivious to the intense conversation happening nearby. The sight of the Pokemon flopping about adds a touch of surreal humor to the scene. "Tonight, we make a statement. We'll crush anyone who gets in our way. And Bars, he'll wish he never set foot in that ring." Steiner nods in agreement, his eyes burning with intensity. "Damn right, Sheik. Let's make sure everyone knows who runs this place." They continue to strategize, their voices filled with confidence and aggression. The camera captures their determined expressions before panning over to Magikarp, who splashes energetically, seemingly enjoying its own little world. The scene fades out, transitioning back to the main arena where the crowd is still buzzing from the opening performance, eagerly awaiting the next segment of the show. Segment 3, Match 1, a 1412 Laser Gun Surfing Battle Championship. The camera transitions back to the lively arena, where the crowd is buzzing with excitement for the first match of the evening. The announcer steps into the spotlight, ready to introduce the competitors and the special guest referee. Ladies and gentlemen, the following contest is scheduled for one fall and is for the 1412 Laser Gun Surfing Battle Championship. Introducing first, the special guest referee for this match from Bay City, Michigan, weighing in at 276 pounds, Scott Steiner. The arena fills with a mix of boos and cheers as Scott Steiner makes his entrance. His presence is commanding as he strides to the ring, flexing his muscles and glaring at the audience. Steiner climbs into the ring, his intense gaze sweeping over the crowd before focusing on the entrance ramp. Introducing the challenger from Bay City, Michigan, weighing in at 130 pounds, Madonna. The arena lights flash in a dazzling array of colors as Madonna's iconic music fills the air. The crowd erupts into loud cheers as the pop legend makes her entrance, carrying her laser gun with confidence. Madonna exudes charisma as she waves to the fans, gliding to the ring on her hoverboard. She steps into the ring, ready to take on the champion. And her opponent from Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, weighing in at 170 pounds, the reigning and defending 1412 laser gun surfing battle champion, Eric Matthews. The crowd's cheers reach a fever pitch as Eric Matthews makes his entrance. With a confident grin and his laser gun in hand, Eric steps onto his hoverboard, radiating determination. He acknowledges the fans' support with a nod and a wave before gliding to the ring, his eyes locked on Madonna. The referee, Scott Steiner, holds up the 1412 laser gun surfing battle championship belt, signaling the stakes of the match. He then calls for the bell, and the match begins. The arena lights flash, and the competitors zoom around the ring on their hoverboards, firing their laser guns at targets and each other. The crowd watches in awe as the two navigate the course with impressive agility and speed. Eric Matthews showcases his skill early on, hitting several targets with pinpoint accuracy while dodging Madonna's laser shots. Madonna, known for her versatility and athleticism, counters with quick, strategic maneuvers, keeping the contest intense. This is unbelievable. Eric Matthews is like a laser gun ninja, but Madonna is giving him a run for his money. Elvira, Madonna's athleticism is incredible, but Eric's precision is top-notch. This is anyone's match. Mr. Feeney. Both competitors are displaying remarkable skill and strategy. This is a true test of their abilities. The match sees both competitors pushing their limits. Madonna executes a daring midair flip, landing several shots on targets while avoiding Eric's attacks. The crowd gasps and cheers at her athletic prowess. Eric, not to be outdone, performs a high-speed loop and a 360-degree spin, hitting multiple targets in succession. The crowd erupts into cheers, impressed by his agility and quick thinking. Scott Steiner, as the special guest referee, keeps a close eye on both competitors, but his intentions remain unclear. As the match reaches its climax, Madonna attempts a final, high-risk maneuver to secure victory. She aims her laser gun at the last target, but Eric counters with a perfectly timed shot, hitting the target just before Madonna. Steiner suddenly makes a swift count, declaring Eric the winner. The bell rings, and the crowd erupts into a mix of cheers and boos, reacting to Steiner's seemingly biased officiating. Here is your winner, and still the 1412 laser gun surfing battle champion, Eric Matthews. Eric stands victorious, raising his laser gun in triumph as the crowd continues to cheer. Madonna, though visibly frustrated, accepts the outcome with a nod of respect toward Eric. Steiner, with a smug grin, raises Eric's hand, hinting at an alliance. What a match. Eric Matthews retains his title, but you gotta wonder about Steiner's quick count. Elvira, Madonna put up an incredible fight. This was an intense and thrilling battle. Indeed. While Eric retains the championship, the officiating certainly raises questions. The camera captures Eric's victorious expression as he celebrates with the fans, his championship belt gleaming in the spotlight. Madonna exits the ring, receiving a supportive cheer from the crowd for her valiant effort. The scene fades out, leaving the audience eager for the next segment. The show moves on to the next segment 2, backstage confrontation. The camera transitions from the lively arena to the backstage area, where the atmosphere is tense. The scene opens with Madonna, visibly frustrated and livid from her recent match, storming down the hallway. She spots Scott Steiner near a cluster of equipment cases and marches straight toward him. Steiner, what the hell was that out there? Your biased refereeing cost me the championship. Steiner, leaning casually against a wall with his arms crossed, looks up as Madonna approaches. He sneers, clearly unimpressed by her anger. His pack of rabid tigers prowls nearby, adding an undercurrent of menace to the scene. You think you deserve that title, Madonna? You're nothing but trash, just like everyone else who dares to step in the ring with me. Madonna's eyes flash with fury. She takes a step closer, her fists clenched at her sides. You rigged that match, Steiner. You're afraid of real competition. You know I had Eric beat. Steiner smirks, unfazed by her accusations. He pushes off the wall and takes a step toward her, his towering presence intimidating. Face it, Madonna. You don't have what it takes. Now get out of my sight before I make you regret stepping up to me. With a casual wave of his hand, Steiner signals to his tigers. The massive beasts growl and start moving toward Madonna, their eyes locked on her. Madonna's expression changes from anger to shock as she realizes the danger she's in. "You're insane, Steiner!" She turns and runs down the hallway, the tigers giving chase for a few terrifying moments before stopping at Steiner's command. The camera captures Madonna sprinting around a corner, her footsteps echoing through the hallway. Steiner watches her go, a smug grin on his face. He turns back to his tigers, patting one on the head as if to congratulate it. "That's right, run away, just like the rest of the trash." The camera lingers on Steiner and his tigers for a moment, capturing the intimidating sight before transitioning back to the main arena. The crowd, having seen the confrontation on the big screens, buzzes with a mix of excitement and apprehension, eager to see what happens next. Wow! Steiner's not just playing mind games, he's using his tigers to scare off anyone who challenges him. Madonna's right to be angry, but confronting Steiner and his tigers, that's a dangerous move. Mr. Feeney, Steiner's actions are crossing the line. This isn't just wrestling, it's intimidation. The question is, who's going to stand up to him next? The scene fades out, leaving the audience in suspense, eager for the continuation of the drama and action in the next segment of 1412, Wrestling. Segment 5, Match 2, that 14-12 Competitive Eating Championship. The camera transitions back to the lively arena, where the crowd is buzzing with anticipation for the next match. The announcer steps into the spotlight, ready to introduce the competitors for the 14-12 Competitive Eating Championship. Ladies and gentlemen, the following contest is scheduled for one fall and is for the 14-12 Competitive Eating Championship. Introducing first, the challenger from Ridgewood, New Jersey, weighing in at 250 pounds, LA Beast. The arena fills with a mix of cheers and laughter as LA Beast makes his entrance. Known for his incredible eating feats, LA Beast walks to the ring with confidence, flexing his muscles and waving to the fans. He takes his seat at the table set up with food, ready to take on the champion. And his opponent, from New York City, weighing in at 200 pounds, the reigning and defending 14-12 competitive eating champion, Joey Tribbiani. The crowd erupts into loud cheers as Joey Tribbiani makes his entrance. With a confident grin, Joey walks to the ring, acknowledging the fans' support with enthusiastic waves. He takes his place at the table opposite LA Beast, his eyes gleaming with determination. The table is laden with an entire pizza for Joey and a gallon of milk for LA Beast. The referee explains the rules. The first to finish their respective challenge wins. The competitors ready themselves, and the referee signals for the start. Referee. On your marks, get set, eat. The bell rings and both Joey and LA Beast dive into their respective challenges. Joey begins devouring the pizza with astonishing speed, his experience in competitive eating evident. LA Beast grabs the gallon of milk and starts chugging it, determined to outpace Joey. Look at them go. Joey's tearing through that pizza, but LA Beast is putting away that milk like it's nothing. This is going to be a close one. Joey's got the speed, but LA Beast has the endurance. Mr. Feeney. Both competitors are showing remarkable determination. This is truly a test of their limits. The crowd watches in awe as Joey continues to devour slice after slice of pizza, his pace relentless. LA Beast, despite his impressive start, begins to struggle as he nears the bottom of the gallon. His face shows signs of discomfort, but he pushes on, determined to finish. Joey, sensing his opportunity, speeds up even more. He stuffs the final slices into his mouth, chewing furiously. The crowd erupts into cheers as Joey finishes the entire pizza, raising his arms in triumph. Here is your winner, and still the 14-12 competitive eating champion, Joey Tribbiani. The crowd's cheers reach a fever pitch as Joey stands victorious, holding his championship belt high above his head. But the celebration is cut short as LA Beast, overwhelmed by the sheer amount of milk, suddenly projectile vomits all over the first row of fans. The camera captures the shocked and horrified expressions of the fans as they are drenched. Whoa, that's a unique way to end the match. I hope those fans have a change of clothes. That was intense. Joey's victory is well deserved, but I don't think anyone expected that kind of finale from LA Beast. LA Beast gave it his all, but this outcome certainly wasn't in the script. Joey's resilience and speed earned him the win. The camera zooms in on Joey, who looks both triumphant and slightly bewildered by the unexpected turn of events. He waves to the cheering crowd, acknowledging their support while trying to avoid the aftermath of LA Beast's mishap. LA Beast, looking embarrassed and defeated, is helped out of the ring by officials. The camera captures the cleanup crew rushing to aid the splattered fans, who are good-naturedly laughing despite the mess. The scene fades out, leaving the audience both entertained and astonished by the dramatic and unexpected conclusion to the 14-12 competitive eating championship match. The show moves on to the next segment, the excitement in the arena still high from the intense and unforgettable match. Segment 6, Segment 3, Backstage Chaos with Pauly Shore, Elvira, and Tyrannosatin. The camera transitions to the backstage area, where Pauly Shore is seen in a dimly lit corner, holding a bottle of Kylie Minogue wines. He spots Elvira and approaches her with a charming smile, clearly trying to impress. "Hey, Elvira, how about a glass of Kylie Minogue wine? Just you and me, a little break from all the chaos." Elvira, dressed in her signature gothic attire, smiles knowingly at Pauly's attempt. She seems amused by his efforts, but remains composed. "Pauly, you certainly know how to set the mood, but I'm not so easily wooed, you know." Before Pauly can respond, the ground starts to shake and the atmosphere shifts dramatically. The camera pans to reveal the massive, terrifying figure of Tyrannosatin storming into the scene. The beast roars, its presence immediately commanding attention. "Whoa, hold up!" This was not part of the plan. In a horrifying turn of events, Tyrannosatin lunges at Hacksaw Jim Duggan, who happens to be nearby. With a single bite, Tyrannosatin devours him, leaving nothing behind. The camera captures the shocked and horrified expressions of Pauly and Elvira. "This is getting out of hand, Pauly." Next, Chucky Finster from the Rugrats tries to escape, but is quickly snatched up by Tyrannosatin, disappearing into the beast's maw. The chaos continues as Dina Alexander, Magmar, and the 7-Up Spot meet the same fate, one by one, each consumed by the relentless Tyrannosatin. "Man, Tyrannosatin is on a roll. That's 5 more for the count." Pauly frantically tries to keep track, mentally adding to Tyrannosatin's growing list of victims. The camera captures his mixture of fear and amazement. Let's see, Hacksaw Jim Duggan, Chucky Finster, Dina Alexander, Magmar, and the 7-Up Spot. That's got to be like 10 now, right? Elvira, though shocked, maintains her composure, keeping a wary eye on Tyrannosatin. I think it's safe to say we're in the middle of a real-life horror show. The camera captures the chaotic scene, with crew members and wrestlers scrambling to get out of Tyrannosatin's way. Pauly and Elvira take a few cautious steps back, trying to avoid the rampaging beast. "We need to get out of here before Tyrannosatin decides we're next on the menu." Elvira nods, and they both start to move away from the chaos, the camera following their retreat. The last shot is of Tyrannosatin standing amidst the devastation, its roar echoing through the hallway. The scene fades out, transitioning back to the main arena, where the crowd, having watched the carnage on the big screens, is left in stunned silence mixed with nervous excitement. That was intense. I've never seen anything like it. Tyrannosatin is a force to be reckoned with. Elvira, we've got to find a way to deal with Tyrannosatin. This beast is out of control. Tonight has taken an unexpected turn. The question now is, who can stop Tyrannosatin's rampage? The scene fades to black, leaving the audience on edge, eager to see how the rest of the night unfolds amidst the chaos and destruction caused by Tyrannosatin. Segment 7, Match 3, 14-12 Sword Fighting Championship. The camera pans back to the lively arena, filled with anticipation for the next event. The announcer steps into the spotlight to introduce the competitors for the 14-12 Sword Fighting Championship. Ladies and gentlemen, the following contest is scheduled for one fall and is for the 14-12 Sword Fighting Championship. Introducing first, from Boca Raton, Florida, weighing in at 110 pounds, Ariana Grande. The arena lights flash, and the crowd erupts as Ariana Grande makes her entrance. With a confident smile and a beautifully crafted sword in hand, Ariana waves to the fans, exuding elegance and determination. She steps into the ring, ready to challenge the champion. And her opponent, from Scottsdale, Arizona, weighing in at 125 pounds, the reigning and defending 4-12 sword fighting champion, Nikki Bella. The crowd's cheers grow louder as Nikki Bella enters, holding her championship sword high. She exudes confidence and strength, acknowledging the fans with a nod and a smile before entering the ring, eyes locked on Ariana. The referee holds up the 14-12 sword fighting championship sword, signaling the stakes. He then calls for the bell, and the match begins. The arena lights dim, focusing on the ring as Nikki and Ariana circle each other, swords ready. The atmosphere is charged with tension as they clash swords, the metallic sound echoing through the arena. Nikki demonstrates her skill and experience with precise strikes and parries. Ariana proves a formidable opponent, using her agility and quick reflexes to evade Nikki's attacks and counter with swift strikes. Look at them go. Nikki Bella is a master with that sword, but Ariana Grande is holding her own. Ariana's agility and speed are impressive. This is going to be a close match. Mr. Feeney. Both competitors are showing remarkable skill. This is a true test of their prowess. As the match intensifies, the camera catches sight of an unexpected scene in the rafters, pirates battling hippos. The bizarre sight adds a surreal humor to the intense sword fight below. The crowd's attention is divided between the thrilling sword fight and the chaotic battle above. Pirates swing from ropes, clashing with agile hippos using their massive jaws to fend off the attackers. Back in the ring, Nikki and Ariana continue their duel. Nikki lands a series of quick strikes, forcing Ariana to retreat. Ariana responds with a daring lunge, but Nikki parries and counters with a powerful strike that disarms Ariana, sending her sword flying. The crowd erupts as Nikki stands victorious, sword pointed down as she catches her breath. The referee signals the end of the match and raises Nikki's hand in triumph. Here is your winner, and still the 14-12 sword fighting champion, Nikki Bella. Nikki raises her championship sword high, basking in the crowd's adulation. Ariana, though defeated, nods respectfully toward Nikki. What a match! Nikki Bella proves once again why she's the champion. Ariana Grande put up an incredible fight. This was an intense and thrilling battle. Nikki's skill and precision were outstanding. Both competitors showed true sportsmanship. As Nikki celebrates, the camera pans to the rafters where the pirate and hippo battle continues, adding a whimsical touch to the evening. The scene fades out, transitioning back to the main arena where the crowd remains abuzz with excitement as the show moves to the next segment. Segment 8, Segment 4, Magikarp's Backstage Mayhem. The camera transitions to the backstage area where chaos is unfolding. Magikarp, the splashing Pokemon, is flopping around energetically, sending water everywhere. Crew members, wrestlers, and staff are trying to navigate the wet floor, slipping and sliding, adding to the chaotic energy of the night. Magikarp flops into a puddle, sending a spray of water that hits several people nearby. The camera catches their surprised and frustrated reactions as they try to avoid the splashing. Watch out! Magikarp's on a rampage again. Why is this thing always causing trouble? In the midst of the mayhem, Woody from Toy Story is seen trying to make his way through the drenched area. Just as he takes a cautious step, Magikarp flops wildly, sending another wave of water that soaks Woody from head to toe. This is getting out of hand. Clearly frustrated, Woody removes his soaked cowboy hat and, in a fit of anger, throws it across the room. The hat flies through the air and lands on Rita Repulsa, who is standing nearby trying to avoid the chaos herself. What in the world? Woody, dripping wet and fuming, shouts in exasperation. This is stupid. The camera captures the chaos as people continue to slip and slide. A wrestler tries to steady himself, but ends up sliding into a stack of equipment, knocking it over with a loud crash. The noise adds to the already frantic scene, with people trying to regain their balance and avoid Magikarp's splashes. Magikarp, seemingly enjoying the chaos, continues to flop around, its movements causing more water to spray everywhere. The camera focuses on Rita Repulsa, who is now holding Woody's hat, looking both annoyed and amused. If someone doesn't get this fish under control, I'm going to lose my mind. As the mayhem continues, the camera captures the reactions of various backstage personalities, from amused grins to outright frustration. The scene is a whirlwind of activity, with people trying to dodge the water and regain some semblance of order. Magikarp is turning the backstage area into a water park. This is pure chaos. I've seen a lot of strange things tonight, but this takes the cake. Or should I say, the splash. Mr. Feeney. The chaos backstage is reaching new heights. Let's hope someone can get Magikarp under control soon. The camera captures one final shot of the chaotic scene, with Magikarp happily splashing in the center of the mayhem. The scene fades out, transitioning back to the main arena, where the crowd, having watched the backstage antics on the big screens, is left laughing and buzzing with excitement. The show moves on to the next segment, the energy in the arena still high from the unexpected and hilarious chaos caused by Magikarp. Segment 9, Match 4, Cory Matthews and Topanga versus Rita Repulsa and Billy Gunn. The camera transitions back to the main arena where the crowd is eagerly anticipating the next match. The announcer steps into the spotlight, ready to introduce the competitors for the mixed tag team match. Ladies and gentlemen, the following contest is a mixed tag team match scheduled for one fall. Introducing first from Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, weighing in at a combined weight of 300 pounds, the team of Cory Matthews and Topanga Lawrence. The arena erupts into cheers as Cory Matthews and Topanga Lawrence make their entrance. The beloved couple from Boy Meets World walk to the ring hand in hand, waving to the fans and exuding confidence. They step into the ring, sharing a quick embrace before focusing on their opponents. And their opponents, first from the Moon Palace, weighing in at 130 pounds, Rita Repulsa. The lights dim and the arena fills with a mix of boos and curious murmurs as Rita Repulsa makes her entrance. Clad in her iconic villainous attire, Rita waves her staff menacingly as she strides to the ring. Her sinister grin and commanding presence send shivers down the spine of the audience. And her partner from Orlando, Florida, weighing in at 260 pounds, Billy Gunn. Billy Gunn's music hits, and the crowd gives a mix of cheers and boos as the seasoned wrestler makes his way to the ring. Billy exudes confidence and strength, flexing his muscles and high-fiving a few fans as he approaches the ring. He joins Rita, and the two share a nod of mutual respect before turning to face Cory and Topanga. The referee explains the rules, ensuring both teams understand the mixed tag format. He then signals for the bell, and the match begins with Cory Matthews starting against Billy Gunn. From the outset, Billy Gunn uses his size and strength to dominate, throwing Cory into the corner and delivering a series of powerful strikes. Cory, however, uses his agility to evade and counter, landing several quick punches and kicks that stagger Billy. The crowd cheers as Cory tags in Topanga, who enters the ring with a determined look. Rita Repulsa cackles and steps in to face her, the two women circling each other before locking up. Topanga uses her surprising strength to push Rita back, but Rita counters with a quick jab from her staff, which the referee promptly warns against. This match is intense. Cory and Topanga are holding their own against these two tough opponents. Elvira, Topanga's showing her strength, but Rita's got some tricks up her sleeve. This could go either way. Mr. Feeney, both teams are giving it their all. This is a true test of their teamwork and resilience. The match continues with back-and-forth action. Cory and Topanga demonstrate excellent teamwork, executing several well-coordinated double-team moves that keep Billy and Rita off balance. Billy tags in Rita, who tries to use her dark magic, but Topanga counters with a swift kick, sending Rita to the mat. Rita, frustrated, tags Billy back in. Billy charges at Cory, but Cory ducks under his attack, causing Billy to crash into the ropes. The crowd cheers as Cory follows up with a high-flying crossbody, taking Billy down. Cory quickly tags Topanga back in, and the crowd's excitement builds. Topanga goes after Rita, but in the chaos, Billy accidentally swings at Topanga, who ducks, causing Billy to hit Rita instead. The crowd gasps in shock as Rita falls to the mat, stunned by the accidental blow. Did you see that? Billy Gunn just took out his own partner by accident. That's going to cost them the match. Cory and Topanga are about to capitalize. This could be the turning point. Let's see if Cory and Topanga can seize the moment. Seizing the opportunity, Topanga quickly covers Rita. The referee counts to 3 and the crowd erupts into cheers as Cory and Topanga are declared the winners. Here are your winners, Cory Matthews and Topanga Lawrence. Cory and Topanga embrace in the center of the ring, celebrating their hard-fought victory. The crowd's cheers are deafening, celebrating the couple's teamwork and resilience. Billy Gunn looks on in frustration, realizing his mistake, while Rita seethes with anger, still recovering from the accidental blow. What a match. Cory and Topanga pulled off an incredible victory. Billy's mistake was their downfall, but Cory and Topanga's teamwork was outstanding. This match showcased the power of teamwork and determination. Cory and Topanga earned this win. The camera captures Cory and Topanga's joyful expressions as they celebrate with the fans. The scene fades out, leaving the audience buzzing with excitement from the thrilling and unexpected match. The show moves on to the next segment, the energy in the arena still high from the intense and captivating match. Segment 10, Segment 5, Scott Steiner's backstage tirade. The camera transitions to the backstage area where Scott Steiner is seen standing next to a large sentient dumpster, his tag team partner. Steiner's intense presence and the dumpster's imposing size create a commanding atmosphere. The camera zooms in on Steiner as he begins his tirade, belittling the other tag teams and subtly insulting the singles performers. Look at all these so-called tag teams around here. Allie and AJ, Pete and Pete, Slippery Shark and Grumblebee, they're all nothing compared to us. He points at the sentient dumpster, which nods in agreement. Steiner's disdain is evident as he continues his rant, his voice dripping with contempt. Jay and Silent Bob, the Headbangers, Beavis and Butthead, Cory Matthews and Sean Hunter. You think you stand a chance against me and my partner here? You're all just a bunch of jokes. The camera pans to various tag teams, capturing their reactions as Steiner continues to insult them. Some look annoyed, others amused, but all are paying attention. Power and Glory, Wet Bandits, Putty Patrol, Bulk and Skull, Chip and Dale. I could take you all out in my sleep. John Locke and Desmond Hume, Hitmonchan and Hitmonlee, CM Punk and Jeff Jarrett. None of you are real competition. The dumpster emits a low, menacing growl, adding to the intimidating atmosphere. Steiner smirks, clearly enjoying the attention. Cat Dog, Mulder and Scully, Woody and Buzz Lightyear, Ren and Stimpy, Squat and Babu. You're all just stepping stones on our path to dominance. He pauses for a moment, his eyes narrowing as he shifts his focus to the singles performers. And don't think I've forgotten about you singles performers. Bars, you might be the 14-12 world champion, but you're still trash in my eyes. You can't even handle boiled eggs and chocolate ice cream. Steiner's expression turns even more sinister as he issues a direct threat. And Bars, if you think you're tough, how about this? I'll force you to eat frosted cookies until you can't take it anymore. You don't know what real toughness is. The camera captures the determined and defiant expressions of the various tag teams and singles performers as they react to Steiner's threats. The atmosphere is charged with tension and anticipation. Wow, Steiner's really laying it on thick. He's got everyone's attention now. He's stirring the pot for sure. I wouldn't be surprised if we see some fireworks later tonight. Scott Steiner is making a lot of enemies with his words. This could lead to some interesting confrontations. The camera zooms in on Steiner's face, his eyes blazing with intensity, before cutting back to the main arena. The crowd, having watched the tirade on the big screens, is left buzzing with excitement and anticipation for the upcoming matches and potential showdowns. The scene fades out, transitioning to the next segment, the energy in the arena still high from Steiner's provocative backstage segment. Segment 11, Match 5, Frank the Bunny versus Electabuzz. The camera transitions back to the arena, where the crowd is buzzing with anticipation for the next match. The announcer steps into the spotlight, ready to introduce the competitors. Ladies and gentlemen, the following contest is scheduled for one fall. Introducing first, from the twisted realm of Donnie Darko, weighing in at 180 pounds, Frank the Bunny. The arena lights dim and eerie music fills the air as Frank the Bunny makes his entrance. The crowd reacts with a mix of curiosity and unease, captivated by Frank's unsettling presence. His large, ominous bunny suit and glowing eyes add to the haunting atmosphere. Frank slowly makes his way to the ring, his movements deliberate and menacing. And his opponent from the Kanto region, weighing in at 66 pounds, Electabuzz. The lights flash brightly, and the crowd erupts into cheers as Electabuzz's theme music hits. The electric Pokemon bursts onto the scene, its body crackling with energy. Electabuzz high-fives fans as it makes its way to the ring, its energetic presence a stark contrast to Frank's eerie demeanor. Electabuzz climbs into the ring, ready for the battle ahead. The referee explains the rules to both competitors before signaling for the bell. The match begins with Electabuzz and Frank the Bunny circling each other. The tension palpable. This is going to be one wild match. We've got Frank the Bunny's creepy vibe against Electabuzz's electric energy. Frank the Bunny is definitely unsettling, but Electabuzz has the power and agility to turn the tide. Mr. Feeney. Both competitors bring unique strengths to the ring. This will be an interesting clash of styles. From the outset, Frank the Bunny uses his size and strength to try and overpower Electabuzz. He lunges forward, attempting to grab Electabuzz, but the electric Pokemon dodges with quick, agile movements. Electabuzz counters with a series of rapid punches, landing several hits to Frank's midsection. Frank, unfazed by the initial assault, swings a powerful punch that catches Electabuzz off guard, sending it stumbling backward. The crowd gasps as Frank follows up with a crushing bear hug, squeezing Electabuzz with his strong arms. Electabuzz struggles in the hold, but with a surge of determination, it summons its electrical power. Sparks begin to fly from Electabuzz's body as it charges up a thundershock. The crowd watches in awe as Electabuzz releases a burst of electricity, shocking Frank and forcing him to release the hold. Look at that! Electabuzz is bringing the thunder. Frank's strength is impressive, but Electabuzz's electricity is turning the tide. Electabuzz's agility and power are proving to be formidable. This match is far from over. Freed from Frank's grasp, Electabuzz quickly capitalizes on the opportunity. It dashes forward, delivering a series of electrified punches and kicks, each strike causing sparks to fly. Frank tries to fend off the assault, but Electabuzz's speed and power are overwhelming. In a dramatic moment, Electabuzz charges up for a powerful thundershock, its body glowing with electrical energy. The crowd erupts into cheers as Electabuzz releases the thundershock, sending a massive bolt of electricity straight at Frank. The impact is immense, and Frank collapses to the mat, stunned by the powerful attack. The referee drops to the mat and counts to 3, declaring Electabuzz the winner. Announcer, here is your winner, Electabuzz. The crowd cheers loudly as Electabuzz stands victorious, its body still crackling with residual electricity. Electabuzz raises its arms in triumph, basking in the adulation of the fans. Frank the Bunny, defeated and stunned, rolls out of the ring, casting one last eerie glance at Electabuzz before making his way backstage. What a match! Electabuzz came through with that powerful thundershock to secure the win. Frank the Bunny put up a strong fight, but Electabuzz's electricity was just too much to handle. Electabuzz's agility and power proved decisive, a well-earned victory for the electric Pokemon. The camera captures Electabuzz's joyful expression as it continues to celebrate with the fans. The scene fades out, transitioning to the next segment, leaving the audience energized and impressed by the thrilling and electrifying match. The show moves on to the next segment, the excitement in the arena still high from the intense and captivating match. Segment 12. Segment 6. Paulie seeks advice. The camera transitions to a quieter backstage area, where Paulie Shore is seen standing next to Mr. Feeney. Paulie looks frustrated, clearly still thinking about his failed attempts to woo Elvira earlier in the night. Mr. Feeney, ever the wise mentor, listens patiently as Paulie vents. Feeney, man, I don't get it. I've tried everything with Elvira, Kylie Minogue wines, charming smiles, you name it. Nothing seems to work. What am I doing wrong? Mr. Feeney gives Paulie a thoughtful look, taking a moment before responding. His tone is calm and reassuring. Paulie, Sometimes the most effective approach is simply being genuine. Women and people in general appreciate honesty and authenticity. Elvira isn't swayed by grand gestures or charm alone. Show her who you really are and let her see the sincerity behind your actions. Polly looks contemplative, taking in Mr. Feeney's advice. He nods slowly, his frustration beginning to ease. You're right, Feeney. Maybe I've been trying too hard to impress her instead of just being myself. Thanks for the advice, man. Mr. Feeney smiles warmly, placing a reassuring hand on Polly's shoulder. Remember, Polly, the most important thing is to be true to yourself. If Elvira sees that, she'll appreciate you for who you are. As they finish their conversation, Elvira walks over, met her presence immediately commanding attention. She looks at Polly with a knowing smile, having overheard the tail end of the conversation. You know, Polly, Mr. Feeney is right. Authenticity is far more attractive than any grand gesture. Just be yourself. Polly nods, his confidence slowly returning. Thanks, Elvira. I'll remember that. Elvira turns to Mr. Feeney, shifting the conversation to the night's events. So, Mr. Feeney, what do you think about tonight's matches? I have a feeling Bars is going to come out on top. Mr. Feeney nods thoughtfully, considering her prediction. Bars has certainly shown remarkable resilience and skill. If he continues to perform as he has, I wouldn't be surprised to see him victorious. However, in wrestling, anything can happen. We'll have to wait and see. True, anything can happen, but Bars has that determination that's hard to beat. The camera captures the thoughtful expressions of Mr. Feeney and Elvira as they discuss the night's events. Polly, now feeling more confident, smiles and nods along, appreciating the insight from both of them. Well, I'm excited to see how it all plays out. Thanks for the advice and the predictions. I think it's going to be an unforgettable night. The camera zooms out, capturing the trio as they share a moment of camaraderie. The scene fades out, transitioning back to the main arena where the crowd is eagerly anticipating the next segment. This night has been full of surprises and great matches. Let's see if Elvira's prediction comes true. I have a good feeling about this. Bars has what it takes to be a champion. Indeed, the remaining matches will be crucial. Let's see how the competitors rise to the challenge. The scene fades to black, leaving the audience intrigued and excited for the next developments in the show. Segment 13, Match 6, Triple Threat Match, Magikarp versus Scott Steiner versus Madonna. The camera transitions back to the main arena, where the crowd is buzzing with excitement for the upcoming triple threat match. The announcer steps into the spotlight, ready to introduce the competitors. Ladies and gentlemen, the following contest is a triple threat match scheduled for one fall. Introducing first, from the Pokemon world, weighing in at 22 pounds, Magikarp. The arena fills with a mix of cheers and laughter as Magikarp flops its way to the ring. The comical splashing Pokemon seems undeterred by its past misadventures, determined to make a splash in the match. With the help of a crew member, Magikarp is placed in the ring, ready to compete. Next, from Bay City, Michigan, weighing in at 276 pounds, Scott Steiner. The arena lights dim and the crowd reacts with a mix of boos and cheers as Scott Steiner makes his entrance. His intense presence and menacing demeanor are unmistakable. Flexing his muscles and glaring at the audience, Steiner marches to the ring, his eyes locked on his opponents. And their opponent, from Bay City, Michigan, weighing in at 130 pounds, Madonna. The lights flash and the crowd erupts into loud cheers as Madonna's music hits. Despite her earlier loss, Madonna exudes confidence and determination as she makes her way to the ring. She acknowledges the fans with a wave before stepping into the ring, ready to face her formidable opponents. The referee explains the rules to all three competitors before signaling for the bell. The match begins with Scott Steiner, Madonna, and Magikarp sizing each other up. Pauly Shore, this is going to be one wild match. We've got the powerhouse Steiner, the determined Madonna, and the unpredictable Magikarp. Madonna's earlier match might have taken a toll, but she's still a fierce competitor. And Steiner, well, he's always dangerous. Magikarp is the wild card here. Anything can happen in a triple threat match. From the start, Scott Steiner asserts his dominance, charging at Madonna and Magikarp with powerful strikes. Madonna ducks under Steiner's initial onslaught and delivers a series of quick kicks, trying to wear him down. Magikarp, meanwhile, flops around the ring, creating wet patches that add an extra layer of unpredictability to the match. Steiner grabs Madonna and throws her into the corner, delivering a series of shoulder thrusts. Madonna fights back with elbows to Steiner's head, creating some space. She then turns her attention to Magikarp, who flops towards her. With a swift kick, Madonna sends Magikarp tumbling across the ring. Seeing an opportunity, goes after Madonna again. He lifts her for a suplex, but Madonna wriggles free and lands behind him, hitting him with a dropkick that sends him into the ropes. The crowd cheers as Madonna demonstrates her resilience and skill. Madonna's not backing down. She's giving Steiner everything she's got. She's showing incredible heart, but Steiner's power is a tough challenge. Madonna's strategy is smart, but she'll need to keep it up to win this match. As the match progresses, Magikarp becomes a focal point of the action. Steiner, frustrated by the constant splashing, grabs Magikarp and tosses it into the air. The crowd gasps as Magikarp lands with a heavy splash, soaking the ring. Madonna seizes the moment to attack Steiner, hitting him with a series of quick punches and kicks. However, the toll of her earlier match starts to show and her movements slow down. Steiner, sensing her fatigue, counters with a powerful clothesline, sending Madonna to the mat. Turns his attention back to Magikarp, who is flopping helplessly in the center of the ring. With a sinister grin, Steiner lifts Magikarp and slams it to the mat with a devastating powerbomb. The crowd reacts with a mix of shock and awe. Steiner's not holding back. That powerbomb on Magikarp was brutal. Magikarp's in serious trouble now. Can Madonna capitalize? Madonna needs to act fast if she wants to turn this around. Madonna, struggling to her feet, sees Steiner going for the pin on Magikarp. She musters all her remaining strength and charges at Steiner, but she's too late. The referee counts to 3, and Steiner is declared the winner. Here is your winner, Scott Steiner. The crowd erupts into a mix of boos and cheers as Steiner stands victorious, flexing his muscles and glaring at the audience. Madonna, though defeated, receives a supportive cheer from the crowd as she exits the ring, her resilience acknowledged by the fans. Magikarp, still flopping, is helped out of the ring by crew members. What a match! Steiner dominated, but Madonna showed incredible heart. Madonna gave it her all, but Steiner's power was just too much tonight. This match showcased the resilience of Madonna and the sheer strength of Steiner. An impressive display by all competitors. The camera captures Steiner's triumphant expression as he continues to celebrate with the fans. The scene fades out, transitioning to the next segment, leaving the audience energized and impressed by the intense and captivating match. Segment 14, Segment 7, Bar's pre-main event promo. The camera transitions to the main arena where the atmosphere is electric with anticipation for the upcoming main event. The crowd is buzzing with excitement as the ring announcer steps into the spotlight. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to the ring the 1412 world champion, Bars. The arena lights dim and the crowd erupts into loud cheers as Bar's music hits. The reigning champion strides confidently to the ring, his expression a mix of determination and frustration. As he enters the ring, the camera zooms in on a table at ringside, laden with boiled eggs, chocolate ice cream, and frosted cookies. Bars takes the microphone from the announcer, his eyes narrowing as he looks at the table of offending foods. He takes a deep breath, visibly irritated by their presence.
Iron Sheik. Scott Steiner? You think this is funny?
You think you can mess with me by bringing this garbage to ringside? The crowd reacts with a mix of cheers and boos, sensing Bars' frustration. He paces the ring, pointing at the table. Boiled eggs, chocolate ice cream, and frosted cookies. This is the kind of childish nonsense you think will throw me off my game? Well, guess what? It's not going to work. Bars stops pacing and stands at the ropes, glaring out at the table. His voice grows more intense, filled with determination and defiance. Bars, Iron Sheik, you've been running your mouth calling me a jabroni and trying to undermine me. But let me make one thing clear. If you dare to mess with me, you'll face the same fate as these eggs. With a sudden, swift movement, Bars grabs a boiled egg from the table and crushes it in his hand, yolk and shell scattering across the ringside area. The crowd reacts with a loud cheer, appreciating Bars's show of strength. You see this, Sheik? This is what happens to anyone who stands in my way, and that includes you and your little buddy Steiner. Bars picks up a tub of chocolate ice cream and flings it across the floor, the container bursting open and splattering ice cream everywhere. He then grabs a frosted cookie, staring at it with disdain before smashing it into the ring post, crumbs flying in all directions.
Steiner?
You think you're tough with your tigers and your trash talk? Well, I'm here to tell you that you're nothing but a bully, and bullies get put in their place. The crowd's cheers grow louder, fully behind Bars as he continues his fiery promo. He stands in the center of the ring, raising the microphone high. Tonight, in the main event, I'm going to show you both what it means to be a true champion. Not by hiding behind cheap tricks and distractions, but by standing tall and fighting with everything I've got. Bars lowers the microphone, his eyes blazing with intensity. The crowd's energy is palpable, their support for the champion unwavering. So, Iron Sheik, Scott Steiner, if you've got the guts, come out here and face me. Because tonight, I'm not just defending this title, I'm proving why I'm the best damn champion this place has ever seen. The camera captures Bar's intense expression as he drops the microphone, the crowd erupting into loud cheers and applause. He stands tall in the ring, his message clear and his determination unshaken. Bars is fired up and ready to go. He's not backing down from Iron Sheik, or Scott Steiner. Bars just sent a powerful message. He's ready to defend his title and take on anyone who stands in his way. This kind of segment 15, main event, 14-12 World Championship. The camera transitions back to the main arena, where the atmosphere is electric with anticipation for the main event. The crowd is buzzing with excitement as the ring announcer steps into the spotlight. Ladies and gentlemen, the following contest is scheduled for one fall and is for the 14-12 World Championship. Introducing first, the special guest referee from Bay City, Michigan, weighing in at 276 pounds, Scott Steiner. The arena fills with a mix of boos and cheers as Scott Steiner makes his entrance. Flexing his muscles and glaring at the audience, Steiner marches to the ring, his intimidating presence setting the tone for the match. Introducing the challenger from Iran, weighing in at 258 pounds, the Iron Sheik. The lights dim and the crowd reacts with a mix of boos and cheers as Iron Sheik makes his entrance. Waving the Iranian flag and shouting insults, Sheik strides confidently to the ring, his eyes locked on Bars. And his opponent from the streets of New York City, weighing in at 220 pounds, the reigning and defending 14-12 world champion, Bars. The crowd erupts into loud cheers as Bars makes his entrance. With a determined stride, Bars walks to the ring, his championship belt glinting under the arena lights. He acknowledges the fans' support with a nod and a raised fist, exuding confidence and focus as he steps into the ring. The referee, Scott Steiner, holds up the 14-12 World Championship belt, signaling the stakes of the match. He then calls for the bell, and the match begins. From the start, Iron Sheik uses his strength and experience to try to overpower Bars. Sheik lunges forward, locking up with Bars and pushing him into the corner. Steiner watches closely, a smug grin on his face. This is it, folks. Bars versus Iron Sheik with Steiner as the referee. This is going to be intense. Bars has shown incredible resilience all night. Let's see if he can retain his title. Iron Sheik is a formidable opponent, but Bars has the heart of a champion. This will be a true test. Bars fights back, using his speed and agility to evade Sheik's powerful strikes. He counters with a series of quick punches and kicks, pushing Sheik back. The crowd cheers as Bars gains momentum, landing a high-flying dropkick that sends Sheik to the mat. Steiner, however, seems to be favoring Sheik, giving him more time to recover and even subtly interfering when Bars tries to capitalize. The crowd boos Steiner's obvious bias, but Bars remains focused, determined to overcome the odds. Iron Sheik, taking advantage of Steiner's favoritism, grabs Bars and throws him into the ropes. He follows up with a clothesline and then signals for his signature move, the camel clutch. The crowd gasps as Sheik locks in the hold, pulling back on Bars' neck and back. Sheik's got the camel clutch locked in. This doesn't look good for Bars. Come on, Bars. You can do it. Fight through the pain. Bars needs to find a way out of this. His title is on the line. Bars struggles in the hold, the pain evident on his face. The crowd rallies behind him, chanting his name. Summoning all his strength, Bars manages to shift his weight and twist his body, slipping out of Sheik's grasp. Sheik stumbles forward, accidentally knocking Steiner out of the ring. Seizing the opportunity, Bars quickly rolls Sheik up for a pin. The crowd counts along as the replacement referee slides into the ring and counts to 3. Here is your winner, and still the 14-12 world champion, Bars. The crowd erupts into wild cheers as Bars stands victorious, holding his championship belt high above his head. Steiner, recovering outside the ring, glares angrily at Bars, realizing his plan has backfired. Iron Sheik, defeated and frustrated, exits the ring in a huff. What an incredible match. Bars retains his title despite the odds. Bars showed amazing heart and determination. He truly deserves this victory. Mr. Feeney, Bars' resilience and skill were on full display tonight, a well-earned victory for the champion. As the night concludes, the camera captures Pauly Shore looking helplessly at Elvira, who smiles sympathetically before leaving with Mr. Feeney. Pauly sighs, accepting the situation with a resigned smile. The camera then focuses on Bars, standing tall in the ring, still disgusted at the sight of the boiled eggs, chocolate ice cream, and frosted cookies at ringside. He raises his championship belt high, soaking in the adulation of the crowd. Joey Nikki Bella, 1412 sword fighting champion, Eric Matthews, 1412 laser gun surfing battle champion, Joey Tribbiani, 1412 competitive eating champion, Ali and AJ, 1412 tag team champions, Bars, 1412 world champion. The camera captures the triumphant and determined expression of Bars as he stands victorious in the ring. The scene fades out, leaving the audience energized and eager for the next edition of 1412 wrestling. The show concludes with the crowd's cheers echoing through the arena, a fitting end to a night full of excitement, drama, and unforgettable moments.